Hello, how are you doing today? Like I asked earlier on, what have you done this week? What have you done this week? You see, most times, most people put their plans to do something, and like we spoke recently about consistency, some people start a thing, and then the issue becomes keeping up with it. And the reason why you're not consistent is simply because you're not disciplined. Yeah, honest truth. You can fight with your keyboard. But that's the truth, because most times most people feel motivated to start a thing. They feel motivated, and the thing is this: motivation is temporary, while discipline builds root. Thing is that motivation doesn't last. Okay, it's like sugar rush. When it kicks in, you're like hyper, you're active, you're energized, you're in the mood for it. And then what happens? A few days later, it all drops down, and then you come back again to where you started from, square one, doing nothing, hoping and procrastinating. So today we're going to talk about this word called discipline, and how you can actually build self-discipline within yourself, okay, so that it can help you actualize your goals. Because the truth is this: without discipline, you can't actually get your goals done. There are three things, or three ways, or three strategies to get this whole thing done. First, you have to create a routine. All right, you have to create a routine to know how you manage your life, because it's not in the once in a while thing you do, it's in your everyday thing. That's actually what builds character. That's actually what builds the competence over time. That's actually what builds your strength, your stamina. Once you're able to conquer yourself and you're able to control your urges and do things even when you don't feel like, unlike when you're motivated, you only do things like when you're in the mood, or when you feel like it, or when you're gingered up for it. But discipline makes you do it even when you don't feel like it, even when you just don't literally feel like it. It keeps you going. So how do you do that? Step one is to create a routine, okay? Just like waking up in the morning and brushing your teeth. Of course, you do that every morning, right? It's not a lifestyle. It's easy. You don't think about it like, just like when you learn to drive a car. At first, you're very conscious of the road, the steering. And if you're driving a manual, you're always thinking about, okay, when to clutch and when to change your gear and all that. You get. But over time, it all becomes second nature. You just flow with it. You don't even think when you enter the car. You just move and everything just, clicks. So let's take, for instance, that you have a goal, okay? Whatever the goal will be. Now, create a routine whereby every day you include it in your day-to-day activity. All right. Now that's first one. So in that case, today you already have something that's built on that goal you're doing. So in that case, today you have in your to-do list for the day, you already have that goal as part of what you're doing for the day. So you have an activity for that day that already fits into your bigger picture. All right. Now, second thing to do is to reduce the barriers. All right. So see, most times the issue is not having to do so much. It's even to do less. Reduce the barriers or temptations or distractions. Okay. So let's take, for instance, you're trying to lose weight, like I used earlier on. Okay. Then don't buy junks. Then avoid environments, people, conversations, or things that you know that would want to, one way or the other, draw you back to doing that same thing. Or you want to quit smoking, avoid your friends that smoke, or conversations around cigarettes or anything like that. Now, having set your routine such a way that it works with your goals, okay? And secondly, you've removed the distractions that distract you from your goals. What's the next thing to do? You create the mental identity of who you are. This is where self-affirmation is coming, whereby you start telling yourself and reprogramming your mind to align with the you are creating this time around. Okay, so let's take for instance that you're gluten. Okay, you eat a lot. Some people call it foodie, but that's a problem you have. Okay, you eat a whole lot. Now you can now start reprogramming your mind by yourself, self-affirmations, and be like, okay, I eat healthy, I have control over my health, I have control over my physique. You get, I have a good physique. You start saying words of affirmation, words that coincide with whatever you're building. Okay, so if you're building discipline, financial discipline, for instance, you spend money, like the money your hand gets to finish first before your brain gets to work. All right, then you start talking about you have self-control, you control your expenses properly, you make the right decision. So whatever thing it is, you build the mental image of who this perfected version of you would be like, and then you affirm it. You use the I am affirmations, whereby you're like, I am this, I am wise, I'm intelligent, I am smart, I am loved, you get the point, I'm social. If you're trying to build your social skills, you get, so use those affirmations to build on it. See, discipline is different from motivation. Motivation is just that momentary thing. It's only, you get to do things only when you feel like it and you know it. You've been in that situation before. But when you're disciplined, you are committed to it. You have this inner commitment to yourself, and you know that this thing you're doing is going to add value to your life. So now this is where we're going to end today's conversation. We'll pick up next time. Comment down below one goal with which you're going to stay committed to for the next 6 months at least, and say, I am committed to accomplishing XYZ goal within the next 6 months. I am committed to, your XYZ goal within the next 6 months. And with that, we end today's conversation. See you up next time. Follow me on all social media platforms at Richard Vogati. Thank you very much. Do have fun.